Hi, I'm Bill Snodgrass. Welcome to this episode. Right at the 1st of June, I said, hey, my channel's off pause. I'm going to start making content. I'm going to get my content out there. I had a plan. It was a good plan. I knew how I needed to do it, but it didn't happen. We're going to talk a little bit about that in this episode. Things I wish I had known when I was younger. Things I said I was going to make a series of videos on things I wish I had known. One of them is, I've talked about plans like forever in these videos. I've been talking about making plans and having an action plan and having your goals. And I don't know if I've ever said this before. I mean, it's kind of like common sense. And a lot of things I say are just common sense. I just say them out loud. But this one is, your plan has to fit into the reality in which you live. You may have a great plan. Metaphorically speaking, your plan requires 17 horses and you don't have any horses. That's a great plan, except for the fact that the reality of the situation is not congruent with the plan. My reality was, I thought I was gonna have all this time. No, I got sick. Spent 3 weeks recovering. By the time I got back, somewhat going again, I had a lot of things that had piled up that I needed to do. So my plan did not account for the reality in which I was gonna be operating. Well, you can say, well, you never started back. What happened? And I will have to say is I just kept adding other things into my reality, none of which fit with the plan. So there's your lesson, the number one lesson for this video. You might have a plan, but your plan has to fit within the reality of the situation. All right, so now here it is. It is now January 2023, and we're rolling into a new semester at work. I'm a teacher, some of you know that. As I'm wont to do from time to time, I overhear conversations from students, and I've got to share one I heard. I think it was Friday. It was two senior young ladies. They're 18 years old, and they're thinking about their future, and they were thinking about their future spouses. And one of the girls says something to the effect of this. I didn't write it down, and I was kind of just passing by. But I overheard, and she said something like, she goes, I want a guy. I don't want somebody who's real skinny. I want someone who has kind of like a dad bod, but not fat. And I was like, I didn't say anything. Do you even know what a dad bod is? Do you even know the definition of a dad bod? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to be delivering the clips from the video I made back in June. I'm going to be delivering those into social media. Probably try to chop out that first piece there. I'm going to try to create content again. I've got some other things that I want to say, some of which are emerging from my experience with young people in 2023. I got one more for this video. The conversation, I circled back around that conversation about the dad bod, and they were talking about a particular former relationship. And one of the girls said, well, he really looks good. He's really handsome, but he's a creep. He's a jerk. I don't know what the word was. He's not a nice guy. And I said, beauty is skin deep. Ugly goes to the bone. I thought, that's like an old expression everyone's heard. Beauty is skin deep. Ugly goes all the way to the bone. And she goes, what? I go, beauty is superficial. And another girl goes, what's superficial mean? And I did not mention that superficial was one of the vocabulary words for the first chapter, superficial versus a deep wound. Anyway, superficial on the surface. Beauty is on the surface. But ugly character, the way you treat people, the way you act, think about things, your character, your ugly character goes all the way to the bone. And the reverse is true. If you have a beautiful character and a beautiful personality and you are nice to people, that beauty comes from the bone all the way out. And your external appearance is superficial, but your beauty that comes from within, that is for real. That's the thing. All right, I don't know if I can fit that one into a 60-second TikTok or not, but we'll see. Chop it down a little bit. That is it for this episode. I don't number episodes anymore. I'm not going to make any promises when the next one's going to come, but there you have it. Takeaway from this: your plans have to fit into the reality of your life. And number two, it is your character that counts to determine whether you're handsome or not handsome, whether beauty is skin deep and ugly is skin deep. Beauty comes from the inside out. True beauty comes from the inside out, and true ugly comes from the inside out. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.